The sun goes down, the stars come out.
What's up, world? It's Janise Monee, and I had the pleasure of interviewing the Sauce Boys while they were in Houston working on Jacob Lattimore's latest project. Introduce yourself and tell us the meaning behind the name Sauce Boys.
I'm Ivan Lattimore, one of the founders of Sauce Boys Entertainment. Sauce is more than a brand, it's a lifestyle, it's living. Sauce means success, ambition, unity, creativity, excellence. That's the main thing behind Sauce.
Who are the members of Sauce Boys?
Trevor, Romeo Harris, Drakkar, Wesley go by In Your Speakers, Trevor's go by Trevor's Romeo.
How long have you guys been working as a group?
We've been working since we was kids, pretty much. We've always been around music, and actually I had the guys come down to Houston because I was based in Houston, in Atlanta, and I had Travis come down and Drakkar come down. Drakkar was actually in Miami and Travis was in Milwaukee, so I brought them in together.
What do you feel is your greatest accomplishment?
We've done so much, and at the same time, we got so much far to go. We humble individuals. We love working with my nephew, Jacob Lattimore. We currently did his latest mixtape and his past two mixtapes.
How do you feel about Milwaukee's rise to prominence?
Milwaukee is one of those cities, it has so much hidden talent. It's a bunch of diamonds, basically. That's what I like to call it, because there's so many hidden gems in Milwaukee, and now you have everybody exceeding, such as Rico Love, Chad Roper, the Lattimore brothers, Jacob Lattimore, Ray Rizzy, the list goes on, with a lot of talent that's been putting on for the city. And the good thing about it, Milwaukee created monsters in the music industry. It's crazy, and also how they're branching off into sports, and we have athletes coming from Milwaukee that's growing as well, such as Carl Landry, and the list goes on. There's NBA players and sports players as well.
How did you begin to make music?
The story behind me creating music, my brothers was known as the Lattimore Brothers, which was called Jersey Ave as well. They had a gospel album out with Gospel Centric. They did with Vicky Mack and Kirk Franklin. Then they converted over to R&B, which they did with Randy Jackson, was found by Randy Jackson, Tina Gomes. That they did a project with MCA. And at the time I was going to high school, and my father was saying, "Come on, get in the group. You sing, boy. You better sing, you know." And singing was never me. And I was totally against music, but I always loved music. I always had an ear for music, and it was naturally in me, but I wasn't pursuing music. And as I got older, I just kind of caught myself drawing back to music, and that's where I created the Sauce Boys.
So what are you guys working on currently?
Actually, we've been cutting a lot of records for different artists, shopping records to such as Chris Brown, Usher. The list goes on, such as Miguel. But currently, we locked in with Jacob Lattimore working on his album at the time. Also, the Lattimore brothers, and just doing a lot of projects behind the scene.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Trevor Romeo, man, 1/3 of the Sauce Boys. Man, how I got involved with the Sauce Boys, man, it was just real simple. Man, it was just something that I felt that I needed to do. I had a calling for this music. And, you know, by the grace of God, you know, he blessed me around good people. Ivan Lattimore, Drakkar, Wesley. They all had gifts, they all had talents, and I just, you know, felt I needed to make the move down here to Houston to, you know, help the cause to actually be on top. And that's where we headed. And yeah, I just feel like if I wouldn't have came down here, man, I don't know where I would have headed. So music really saved my life, and I just got a part of it because I felt I just needed to be a part of something positive. You know, there's a lot of positive things going around, you know, from my city as far as like the Yes campaign and, you know, the Sauce Boys, we out in Houston, they out everywhere doing everything. We out everywhere doing everything, man, and I just felt like, you know, this was needed for our environment, for our youth, for our generation. You know, we need to be young leaders, and that's just what we're trying to do. So I just felt like we're leaders. Man, yeah.
How was your transition moving from Milwaukee to Houston?
Moving from Milwaukee to Houston was easy. No snow. It's over. No snow, man, you know. I just, you know, it was a tough transition because you know, my family, you know, I had to leave. There's a lot of things you got to leave behind when you're really trying to go for something. And family is one of them. So it's kind of like, is it worth it? And I felt like what I'm trying to achieve is worth it because it's going to help my family. So the transition was pretty tough, but man, I'm just dealing with it, man, because I just got to keep going because I already came this far.
Where do you find your motivation?
What motivates me is others' achievements. I like seeing people around me actually doing something that's close to me because that makes me feel like there's something about to happen next to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like seeing others grow and seeing others get better is like so inspirational. You know, there's a lot of people where I go to for music. I listen to the Beatles a lot for inspiration, for musical. They're so musically inclined. I listen to them a lot. Fellow Milwaukeean, Rico Love, incredible. I listen to him a lot, one of my favorite writers. I go to a lot of places for inspiration. Life is inspiration. Every time I wake up and look outside, it gives me inspiration to write about something new every day. Love, you know, passion, pain, what I've been through, where I'm from. You know, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Uptown, Center Street. I ain't gonna forget where I'm from. You know, just life, that's my inspiration. It really helps me to drive to write the things that I want to write that I feel like the world needs to hear. Yeah.
So what are you guys working on currently?
What's new for me for 2014, man? Man, it's crazy. Jump off, man. TMT, the money team, came to come pick us up, man, to help us do this campaign, Sauce Boys campaign. We got the Moss EP that's gonna come out hopefully in the summer. Sauce Boys EP, we finally gonna do that, man. We got a lot of music pushing out, a lot of artists. You know, to be continued on that. Can't disclose that, you know, that much information because everything ain't done paperwork wise and all that. But man, we just got all the positive stuff coming, man. We got a lot of projects coming with the Yes, of course. You know, they gonna come down to the H a lot, so we gonna definitely support what they doing. And man, we just gonna leave it all in God's hands, and everything that's supposed to happen is gonna happen, man. We kings, so we just gotta play our parts and just, you know, live royalty. So.
I heard Philly Flyboy was down here shooting a video with you and Ray Rizzy. When is that video dropping?
That's really not up to me. But hopefully it'll drop tonight, tomorrow. You know what I mean? Straight up, I'm here, son. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you character. That's who I am. I ain't serious all the time. You know what I'm saying? But man, hopefully we could drop that. Hopefully we could drop that real soon. Hopefully we could drop that by like end of June or something. Maybe middle of June. Real soon, probably within the next month or so. Who knows? Hopefully soon though. That'll help everybody's campaign and give the city something to look at and be like, man, that's dope. So.
To speak the truth. No one even stands a chance.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Drakkar Wesley, man, from Sauce Boys Entertainment. Reside in Houston, Texas, born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, man. Came from Miami to Houston. You know, I'm one of the vocal producers and writers, as well as a music producer for Sauce Boys Entertainment. There are three of us, Ivan Lattimore, Trevor as well, and we are the Three Kings. Period. Good music, man. Very passionate. We love what we do. You know, it's very self-explanatory once you hear our music, man. But it's a real good feeling, man, once all the stars align, man. You know, the three guys come in one room, man, and you know, and magic happens. You know?
What or which musicians inspire you?
Well, honestly, most of the artists that influenced me are now long gone. Nowadays, I just look for more of a vibe, you know. it's kind of hard to grasp on the actual organic music now. You know, no offense to no artist at all, but you know, like you have, for me, it has to be organic and heartfelt, and I think I have a gift of hearing and filtering, you know, heartfelt music, you know, whether it's on the radio, whether it's independent, underground, you know, mixtape, any genre. I feel like I can, you know, connect to the organic feeling, you know.
How do you feel about Milwaukee's rise to prominence?
Well, you know, it's inspiring, you know. I've been out of Milwaukee for going on three years now, and I've seen a lot of people come from Milwaukee. I've seen a lot of people come from Milwaukee, go back to Milwaukee. I've seen a lot of people stay in Milwaukee. But for me to see people outside of Milwaukee going to different cities and really making a name for the city as well as themselves, it's honestly real inspiring. You know, only the strong survive, you know, and I can see, you know, I have some friends in LA, I have some friends in Miami, Chicago, Atlanta, who's born and raised in Milwaukee, and they're doing pretty good. You know? And it's inspiring because I'm an up-and-coming artist and producer myself, so it's very inspiring, you know. I've seen a lot, you know. I'm only 26 years old, but as far as me being in the music business, I've seen, I feel like I've seen a broad variety of different approaches on how to make it, you know. And, you know, it's just sometimes you got to be patient, you know, faithful to your gift, you know, don't panic, you know, frustration is going to come, you know, failure comes before success, but it's inspiring, man, you know. I'm you know, it's a cold city, you know, it just snowed last week, but for the most part, man, it's just pretty good seeing your home natives, man, you know, make the name for themselves, man, around the world, for sure.
What is your ultimate goal as a musician?
Well, one of my goals, you know, of course, it may sound typical, but the ones that are close to me, I don't want them to want for nothing. You know, I really want them to, they already believe in me. I want them to know that it's going to get taken care of. And, you know, the ones that are close to me are real supportive. They believe in me, they love me, you know. And that drives me, you know, from my nieces to my mother, to my dad, to my grandmother, my cousins, some of my friends. You know, that's a constant reminder for me to keep pushing forward no matter how hard it gets for me. I can't let my people down, you know. And foremost, I can't let myself down, you know, because it starts with me. You know, and you know, it's hard work. It's a lot of work, I should say. It's hard. It's more of a lot of work than hard work, because sometimes we make work harder than what it really should be. But you know, it's pretty dope, man. It's people counting on me, and I take pride in having them on my back. You know, wearing they, you know, reliefs on my shoulders. That's pretty motivating.
A special thank you to Sauce Boys, and the best of luck from Yes and JaniseMonee.com.
Follow the Yes.
And follow the Yes.
Absolutely.
Now. Like right now.
You really have no other choice.
Like right now.
Like you should have been doing it like years ago.
Like yesterday. Last week.
No, we did it.
2 weeks.
Yes.
Last Christmas.
Yes.
Yes.
It's easy. Yes.
You're just sitting on the couch, doing nothing.
Right.
Come on, man. Get your ass
Get
up.
your ass on Instagram
Yes.
and follow the Yes.
Right.